5, Glenn Will-Smith in 5th. 44, Paul Eggleton running 6th. Anything? Crash? Robbins, number 498, did not come around. Apparently he has crashed up at turn 2. Here is Hindle, number 1, your leader, followed by Murphy, 87 in second. 123, number 123, McMurder holding on to third. Right behind him, Bartlett, 132, and 65, Glenn Will-Smith holding on to that 5th place position. Your leader, Hindle, out of turn 6, coming to the line, 87, Murphy. Bartlett, number 132, right behind him in third, and trying to stay close to the Canadian Kawasaki-sponsored rider. Bartlett, number 132, pulling up alongside, trying to charge by McMurder going into turn 2. Hindle on bike number 1 continues to lead it. Murphy on the number 87, McBride's Bellray Suzuki in second, and then a superb two-rider scrap between McMurder, 123, and Bartlett, 132. McMurder has moved back into third, and then Glenn Will-Smith, 65, on the Ontario Honda Superbike in the number 5 position. Lang Hindle, number 1, coming through the dog leg with the lead. Murphy, 87, holding on to that second place position. As we're at the halfway point now, that is 6 laps completed. And another 3 So we've got halfway down, 6 laps completed in our 12-lap Pro Superbike final. Lang Hindle, number 1, leading it here on lap number 7. Norm Murphy, 87, in second. Rider number 123, Reuben McMurder, holding on to third, but Rob Bartlett, 132, not letting him get away at all. Bartlett wants that third place position, and Glenn Wilson, 65, on the Honda, holding on to the 5th place position, and he's certainly within striking distance. They're along the back straightaway, the front running 5, Hindle, your leader on the Kawasaki, Murphy, number 87, Suzuki mounted, then comes number 123, McMurder on another Kawasaki, McBride, Suzuki mounted, Robert Bartlett is 4th, and Glenn Wilson on bike number 65 is back in 5th. Right on that lime green Kawasaki Motors KZ1000. Bartlett continues to hound McMurder, number 123. And here's the CRCA ambulance making its way around the back straightaway. Evidently, number 498 Robbins, who did not come around here the second lap around on the restart, has crashed at turn number 2. And the officials in turn 2 did call for the ambulance. Number 1, Hindle, your leader, through turn 4. He continues to hold on to a comfortable margin up on number 87, Norm Murphy. Bartlett, 132, has moved into third ahead of McMurder, 123. They're along the back straightaway. Here's McMurder, 123, on the inside into turn 5. Bartlett, 132, still holding on to third. They're not allowed to pass here under the wave light. Leader, followed by Murphy, 87, 132, Bartlett. Ambulance coming through turn 6, 44, Paul Eggleton back in the number 6 position on that stock 750 Kawasaki. He holds on to that 6th place position. He's going to pick up some of this Superbike prize money, the $5,000 that's up for grabs here on the weekend. Lang Hindle, number 1, continues to lead it. There's Eggleton, your 6th place rider. Hindle, number 1, out of turn 4, holding on to a comfortable lead. 87, Norm Murphy in second. Bartlett, number 132, back in third. And now he has opened up a good 15 bike lengths up on Reuben McMurder, number 123. 65, Glenn Will-Smith, still back in that 5th place position. Lang Hindle out of turn 6, coming to the line. Down here now, that is lap number 8 completed. McMurder, 123, running 4th, and then Glenn Will-Smith, number 65, closing it up on McMurder out of turn 1. So we've got the 2 Kawasaki's, 2 Suzuki's, and the lone Honda running in the top 5 here in our Pro Superbike final. Lang Hindle, number 1, who took the lead here, officially evidently lap number 4, the second lap of the restart going into turn 1, continues to motor away up front. On the inside, Glenn Wilsmith, number 65, and 123, Ruben McMurder, the two riders touching out of turn number 4. McMurder back into that 4th place position after Wilsmith, number 65, had leaned it in on the inside to take the lead just briefly in corner number 4. Continues to motor out in front. That is 9 laps completed. 9 laps, 10 laps completed. 10 laps completed. We're working lap number 11. Lang Hill number 1 running out front in our Pro Superbike final aboard that lime green Canadian Kawasaki Motor sponsored KZ1000. He's out of turn 3 along the short chute coming to the left-hand number 4. And it's a very comfortable lead. Hindle's coasted on home. Hindle's sitting up along the back straightaway now. 87 Murphy in second. Bartlett number 132 running third. The two McBride Suzuki riders holding on to the second and third place positions. Glenn Wilsmith, number 65, has now moved up to 4th. 123, Ruben McMurder in 5th. Here's the last lap fly coming out for Lang Hindle, number 1. Followed by Norm Murphy, number 87 in second. 132, running third. 123, number 123 in 4th. McMurder, Glenn Wilsmith, number 65, who had moved into the 4th place position, has crashed over there at corner number 5. Number 65 losing it over here between turns 5 and 6. Here's Lang Hindle. Lang Hindle, number 1, out of turn 4 along the back straightaway. 87 Ron Murphy in second. 132 Robert Bartlett running third. This is the run home to the checkered flag. Lang Hindle off the end of the back straightaway out of turn 5. Coming through the dog leg. Norm Murphy, number 87 in second. Bartlett 132 third. And then it's winner, Norm Murphy, number 87. 132 Bartlett finishes third. Number 123 McMurder will finish in the number 4 spot. And Paul Eggleton on bike number 44 will coast on around here to grab 5th. Waved white flag over there in turn 5. The ambulance call halfway between turns 5 and 6. Glenn Wilsmith, number 65, as they come into that left-hand dog leg, losing it over there. And of course, early in our Superbike race, it was certainly a crash-marred Pro Superbike final out here. The two-rider crash here that brought out the red flag between Michel Mercier and Johnny Furlan. Both of those riders were up immediately and okay, but the next two crashes by Art Robbins in turn number 2. And over here between turns 5 and 6, they did call for the CRC ambulance to go to those two incidents. There's your Pro Superbike winner, Lang Hindle, number 1, the lime green Kawasaki, coming to the start-finish line. And Lang, after a couple of crashes here, but he came back big at the Molson Superbike Challenge. Into turn number 1 with the checkered flag for his victory tour, as he has won the Pro Superbike final out here this afternoon. Norm Murphy with one of his finest rides of 1982, after being the top finishing Canadian at the Daytona Bell Superbike 100 this year. He has finished second aboard the McBride's Bell Race Suzuki. Murphy, number 87, out of Don Mills, Ontario, in second. Then we had the other McBride-sponsored rider, Robert Bartlett, number 132. A fine ride for him for third. And Ruben McMurder, number 123, was fourth. And Paul Eggleton, number 44, now coming down pit road. He came home to finish in the number 5 position. Well, after setting a new Pro Superbike record out here yesterday in the qualifier, Lang Hindle down to 51.28. 51.28 for a brand new Pro Superbike record just moments ago in winning the Pro Superbike final. Here's your Pro Superbike winner, Hindle. And a brand new Pro Superbike record, 51.28 for Lang Hindle aboard the Canadian Kawasaki Motors KZ1000. So that is one of what has been a couple of track records so far. Michel Mercier earlier, a 54.37 in winning the Pro 750 production final. Langhill coming back here for the win and a new track record in the Pro Superbike final. We, of course, are going to shut it down here for about 15 or 20 minutes for our traditional Sunday afternoon intermission here at Shannonville Motorsport Park before coming back with the second half of this afternoon's sixth round of the Eastern Canada Capital Challenge Series. Reminder once again, both restaurant and snack bars are open here. The new facility and washroom facility over here at Turn 6 under the Suzuki Grandstand. And over at the west end of the complex, there's another restaurant and snack bar facility there as well. So we'll be starting it back up here in about 15, 20 minutes as